Hello everyone and welcome to our mini homestead. Um I'm making this video about this week. Today is Friday. Supposedly this week was all about uh, taking care of the property. I stopped working on the greenhouse. Only the roof left, and obviously the ground to be prepared and the garden beds. But I'm taking this week and maybe in the following week, because I didn't catch up on anything yet, is just to take care of overgrown vegetation on the property and preparing for uh, other things and taking care of some garden beds. Um, so what I did is I'm going to show you what I have done so far. Here you see this line of mammoth sunflowers I planted a while back, and it was all overtaken by weeds. Like this area here, you see high, it's high. I'm gonna mow all that. So I did remove by hand a lot of weeds around the sunflower plants, and then I mowed around it, and then I brought more wood chips for mulch, and I cover that so to minimize weeds in this area and trying to minimize using the weed eater around it. The second thing I'm doing now, here I have this the spigot in the very back, that's on the back porch here, has a hose that's coming underground, and that hose is 130 feet long, comes out here. And then we have a hose splitter. One goes to this hose that I use to water all the garden beds, and the other one goes to this splitter for 4 lines, and those are one goes here as a sprinkler, one that's going right now over there. This is for the watermelon and the sorghum. This was for the millet, which it didn't grow. The weed took over. We'll see what happened when we go check it out with the weeds. And the other two in the back here for the alfalfa, and I'm gonna post the video about how the alfalfa is doing. I already posted it. I will post a link for it on the screen. So this area here, I just cleared around it with weed eater, and now this area here that I can come with the lawnmower and take that out, but I'm gonna cover all that with caliche, so we don't have to deal with overgrown vegetation here all the time, and that would be the next thing I'm doing. I ordered 2 loads this is one of road base, or they call it caliche, and it's placed here, and the other one is right there. This is about 8 tons, and this one is about 7.5 tons. I already used that to make this walkway from the end of the boardwalk over there that's coming from the house, next to the house. And my plan was to do it next to this fence to eliminate vegetation growing out here, but this area is all asphalt, and vegetation coming through the asphalt, so I couldn't do that. So I brought the road here and brought it all the way next to the shop. What I'm trying to do is to minimize the work with the weed eater. We have a small one because I'm doing it with on the wheelchair, but still using weed eater for me or for my wife is absolutely hard work because I have to use both hands, so I have to stop a little bit and just move a little bit with my wheelchair, and then do a little bit and stop and move forward. So it is not practical. So what I'm trying to do is minimize things at the edges like that, or I was hoping to do this area, but I couldn't. But so I'm gonna do use all these caliche to minimize using the weed eater. So using the lawnmower, it's easy, and go over this, so it's fine. But going vegetation going next to edges like that, that was hard for us. So that boardwalk over there has vegetation growing up next to it, right between the lawnmower and the boardwalk. You can see vegetation growing, so all that will be taken out, and caliche will be put there for about 2 feet wide or 3 feet wide, so it will eliminate using the weed eater in this area. So I'm doing that. I'm going to do that all around the garden beds, all around the chicken coop, the area where I got firewood in the winter. All this area will be covered with caliche. For the greenhouse, it's going to be, that project will be put off for another 2 weeks probably, until I'm done with all what I need to do around the property here, and then that will make our life a lot easier in taking care of the overgrown vegetation after heavy rain. Just a quick idea, I've been working on cutting down low branches on the way of mowing on the property, and those we try to trim them in the trash, and it takes time. But I have also another use for a couple of them, that it saves me work, and it saves me more work on the other hand of providing shade for the chicken. So I will just drop this on the top of the chicken coop, and it will provide extra shade, and instead of trying to install shade or whatever, and then when it's dry and all the leaves fall down, we can just put another one and take that down. So as you see there is one on the top here. I added a piece of metal on top here as a shade, and still they are suffering from the sun and 105 degrees, 107 degrees. So I added and I'm gonna drop the one I have showed you right over here for extra shade. So here the second one up. So they have almost 80% or 70% shade over their run right now, uh, which considered hopefully to be sufficient. Uh, we'll see how it goes because I can see the chicken were suffering from the heat. That was an update on what I have done last week and what I'm going to be doing the next week. Putting the greenhouse project aside right now. After the heavy rain we have in May and June, we have overgrown vegetation everywhere, weeds overtaking everything. So I'm trying to minimize that. We're trying to do cover crops in the back. That's what we're doing at this point. Usually when it rains very hard, it gets very muddy and I had to wait a couple of days for the ground to dry so I can go and do things. So that put me off schedule, taking care of other things. So now we're in July and there is not much rain, so I'm gonna take care of that issue. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe. Hit the bell so you get notified for more videos when they come, and God bless you.